As the Democratic presidential field grows thicker and goofier by the day, every candidate has to work that much harder to stand out. Elizabeth Warren has already had a few critical stumbles. So to get herself out of the political ICU, she's resorting to that cheap trick redistributionists love to fall back on: class warfare. Senator Warren will never study or admit the bad consequences of her good intentions, so she simply oversimplifies her good old-fashioned zero-sum jealousy by attacking the evil haves in order to attract the sinless have-nots. In one clumsy tweet to Washington Redskins owner Dan Snyder, irony alert, Warren writes of the man she managed to out-offend, quote, "This billionaire NFL owner just paid $100 million for a super yacht with its own IMAX theater. I'm sure he can pay my new #ultra-millionaire tax to help out millions of yachtless Americans struggling with student loan debt." And what is her neat ultra-millionaire tax? It's a 2% household wealth tax, not an income tax, a wealth tax on Americans who make over $50 million a year and 3% on those who make over $1 billion. Now, I would rather see this country get out of the way and allow for the creation of more ultra-millionaires who profit off their ideas and innovation and who support communities with jobs and firms and factories. They've tried these classist cash grabs in Europe for decades, most notably the 2012 75% super tax in France that saw the sad migration of frog-tastic cultural icons like Gerard Depardieu flee the homeland to pee on airplanes bound for Russia. It was repealed 3 years later. Sacre bleu. Warren wants government to be the tool to help lower-income families overcome the hurdles of expensive housing and schooling, health and childcare, whose skyrocketing costs are all attributable to government nosiness and overregulation. Do you know why the cost of college is so high? With debt-free college, there's absolutely no incentive to rein in administrative costs when the government is foolishly pushing everyone to get a degree, regardless of need or desire, which only perpetuates the silly cycle for another generation. Warren's attention-hungry tax theft is starved of any sound economic principles, and doing her best impression of Karl Marx will have the worst impact on the economy.